Alright folks, welcome to a limited stream. There's only one reason why this is happening right now. The Modern Horizon cards are impossible to get right now. So the only goal for this draft is for me to find a Yavimaya so that I can go ahead and I can play my Reclaimer list. So this is very much a rare drafting experience that we're gonna have right here. Yes! 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 Meant to be? Meant to be? Yes! Yes, exactly meant to be. Oh, this is so exciting. Too easy. This is too easy. All right, so what's gonna happen right now is I'm gonna draft this card right here. And then I'm gonna finish the draft, and then I am going to go play the deck that I actually want to be playing. So I will record this draft later for YouTube, but I'm not gonna stream it because I'd rather just... This is just... Did somebody clip that? Please tell me somebody clip that, because that was just way too perfect. Man, redefining the concept of what meant to be really means. Alright, I don't even know what these cards do, which I guess it's... I might as well just like read the cards and see what's up, but this was just too great. This pack, I guess, it's probably not great. I mean, easy Yavimaya there. This card's terrible. Oh yeah. We're drafting a theme here. I don't know if you noticed that. Thank you, McFast, for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back for the 6 months. This card seems actually great in this format, right? What else? What is this? This one's probably bad. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact or creature, put this one's on this. Sacrifice an artifact, you gain life and draw a card. That is not bad. I can see this being solid. This seems like good in the modular deck. 3 mana. And to develop, you create a treasure token. When you sacrifice a token, this gains flying. Crack open. Destroy it. Okay. Unbounded potential. This is bad. Lightning Sphere plus 1+0 and has trample. You can pay 3 to sacrifice, deal 3. This is not terrible, I guess. I mean, I'm definitely taking the Elder, though. Creature with fine. This is a cool combat trick, actually. This is a cool... I'm probably gonna take the Wave Sifter. Like, this card seems insane. And we can just draft blue-green unlimited value. I love how it was auto-selected even. Sea Drake probably slaps. I think Wave Sifter is probably better. Up. I mean, I'm not going to not draft at People, right? Am I allowed to not draft Upheaval here? I'm not allowed to not draft Upheaval here. How can I not draft this, right? Easy. 3 mana, 2/2 flying, and attack creature gains flying at the end of turn. This guy ramps. Because when I'm at you full create a 1/1 Thopter. This doesn't combo with Upheaval. Unfortunate. We're just taking Sea Drake here. I feel like I want to get something that... I guess this guy's better for what I'm trying to do. I feel like I either want to be ramping or I want to draft something that's going to stabilize me. This beats down so hard though. Oh look, another card that I kind of need for my constructed deck. Well, I'm gonna take this now, right? This seems amazing, and we have the best mana fixing. We can just go for the domain deck. So this is a 2 mana deal 2 that did flashbacks into a 5 mana deal up to 5. So this seems really good for us. What we got here? 4 mana should like for a basic like card put onto the battlefield. Huh. 4 mana 4/3 vigilance. Wait, enter deals damage. Proliferate. Probably know what I want to do. Let's do this thing, huh? Trex, thank you for the 22 months on the tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Yeah, let's do Terramore. Unfortunately, I just have all of my copies of Goblin Bombardment, so... Sacrifice a permanent, 4 damage to any target. Ooh. We don't have really any artifacts. Creature gain to battlefield with plus 1% counter, 2 cards with power 2 or less. This is interesting. We're probably gonna go with Rift Sower though. Rift Sower seems perfect. Trample, Reinforce, Scavenge. Seems fine for us actually, right? This is some fixing. Yeah, let's take this guy. Probably the duel. I guess this is probably a better duel for us, right? This feels like it's a better duel for us. Because like we have the Kaleidoscorch already, so another Sea Drake. Is this card just bad? Am I just really misevaluating this card? 4 mana at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may discard a card. When you do, deals X damage to any target or a number of card types that this card types this card was. That seems bad. And yeah, these seem just they're bad. I kind of regret taking this. Like we could have taken like the 3/1 that ramps. Would have been so much better for what we're trying to do. Still moves like I opened the pact and I didn't finish saying the only reason why I'm drafting is because I want to draft Yavimaya, and the first card that we see is a Yavimaya. It was perfect. When it's battlefield, you surveil 1. This is just a 2-drop. This is the guy that flies. Basic land cycling. Oh, that's a good duel. Can throw that one in the sideboard. This is so great. Let's open the sagas now, exactly. Now let's open some Ursa's Saga so we can also play Amulet. That would be awesome. Oh man. Didn't open the saga. I can probably never ever pass a sword, ever. Even if I mean, I have Sea Drakes. This command at the play, exile up to 1 target creature you own, then set your layer for a basic land. Put both cards. I mean, this just ramps? Sure. Yeah, we're definitely drafting this. This seems really bad. Yeah, this word I think is great. So now the flyers are looking a lot better. Enters the battlefield with 2+1 counters. When it doesn't untap, then if it has a beginning of combat, your turn, you may remove. Okay. Let's go with the sword. Unmarked Grave. 5 mana. Didn't we have some +1/+1 counter nonsense going on earlier? I honestly forgot. Maybe I just passed something. Oh, this is what we have with +1/+1 counters. Doesn't seem great. Factory is pretty good, probably. Drake Keeper, 5 mana, 2/2, and to battlefield you create 2 squirrels. And it buffs the squirrels. Sniper Cardio Library. Oh, yeah, this is bad. Are we going with the Bailoff? How much is our marked grave? We have time. We have time to rare draft. Unmarked grave. Oh, it's just $2. Yeah, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Just gonna play this thing and then Enchantress's Presence. This can't be money. Delirium, 6 damage instead of like. So this is basically a shock. This seems really good. This seems really good. Presence is like 6 ticks. Really? There's no way. It's just a reprint. No, it's $1. Yeah. Yeah, I literally opened it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Joseba. Thank you. Just take the removal spell. Korean Ranger. Squirrel Sanctuary. Another Rift Sower. Unless Master of Death is money, which I doubt. Yeah, it's nothing. Four mana, 4/3, reach, delirium. It's 1 damage to each creature, definitely. Yeah, pretty bad. Okay. Flying, lifelink, 2/2. Creatures to the battlefield under your control if that creature enters from a graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard. Now we're definitely going for the Rift Sower. Enchantress. Enchantress Gal. I don't think we have enough enchantments, unfortunately. Oh, this card is not so for us, right? Yeah, this card is just exactly what we want. Awesome. Instant speed ramp is so random. Proliferate. This seems pretty good for us too, but this is obviously much better. Wonder. Love it. I love it. This is bad. Brainstone. Death Touch. When it dies, you create a treasure token. Are we just drafting Wonder? I think I want Wonder. If we can find a way to this, I mean, what you can very often do is you can just like have this die, just hard cast it and just have it die, and then eventually it's gonna be active. Yes. Six mana, 3/3, enters the battlefield. That is strong. That is strong. It's not as good as this for us, but Spaxi seems bad for us. Can we pivot into making tokens somehow? Not really. Let's get a Curse Totem for my current wish board. Can't attack or block. This seems pretty good for us. Just a removal spell that buffs our creatures. Don't mind if I do. 1/3 gets +1 -1. When it dies, it deals 2 damage to the target. Oh, this is not bad. Probably not as good as the Lagak, but if it's your turn, you may sacrifice a mana rather than pay the space mana cost. 5 mana target creature or planeswalker. This seems pretty good for us. So I guess that we are just like green red, and then we're splashing blue. And we may not play these things. Wheeling the Presence. Wheeling the Graceful Restoration. Okay, let's live the dream here. I feel like living the dream here. I mean, I feel like living the dream, I guess. I feel like our fixing is gonna be so good that I'm gonna take this thing instead of the dual land. Sí, voy a jugar la lista. Ahora termino el draft y juego la lista. I mean, we're drafting like Enchantress, Upheaval. Probably not gonna play this thing. I'm not even gonna build the deck. I'm gonna like sit down and build it later. I really just want to play my green white Titania deck. I mean, it was meant to be, so why stop nature? Why stop nature? So now this draft effectively pays for itself. This thing is like 20 tickets right now, because obviously because it's broken. That's the Voidwalker. Yeah, 17 tickets. Yep. Join the good guys, Dothy Voidwalker. Let's go. Join the good guys. Anything that we want to wheel? This thing potentially could be okay for us. This is an enabler for like discard stuff. 3 mana, 3/2, vigilance, 6 mana, tap, draw a card, this ability goes on for each person. Yeah, this is what we want to wheel. I feel like this is exactly what we want to be doing, but like obviously I'm just gonna draft this thing because it's way too. I mean, we wheeled the first one. I'm gonna hope to wheel the second one too. Create a food or a treasure. Like this card just seems insane. I also really want to wheel this thing. This seems just too good to pass, though. Thank you for the follow, Sleeper. Just playing 5-color good stuff. Sleeper with the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, brand new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 2 mana, 1/2. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you investigate, sacrifice X clues, target opponent reveals top X cards of the library. You may put a non-land permanent with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield under your control. I mean, this is just like a 2-mana 1/2 that just starts spitting out clues, though. Like, that seems really good to me. Hopefully we wheel this thing. We have 2 already, so... Yeah, sleepers. I'm gonna be sharing the deck list, but I'm recording this for YouTube now, so... We're gonna finish this up and then I'm going to do the thingy. Just, I mean, I guess Foul Watcher is pretty good with the sword. Another Goblin Bombardment, awesome. I kind of like this card actually. But now that we have Enchantress presence, we like Captured by the Lag Axe seems so good for us. This seems like a pretty premium removal spell though. This deck is complete nonsense, and I'm in for it. I am in for it. This was a very successful draft, I think. Very successful draft. Screw 'em off. I think this card is very good. Artifact or enchantment. Probably this is the best pick for us. Fixing and like a great late game card advantage card. I don't really care about the duels because I just have Yavimaya Elder, I have double Rift Sower. I just feel like my mana is gonna be fine. Like, I'm not too worried about that. Another Goblin Bombardment. Another Uncolor duel. Well, now I'm gonna take the duel, I think. Oh, there's this guy. We have so many 3-drops though. Yeah, we just have way too many 3-drops. I don't think if this were a 2-drop, I would take it in a heartbeat, but suspend. It's battlefield 2 or something for each color. So this is just like a big beater. This can be like a 5-mana 10/10 for us. I'm in. So the dream now is gonna be 10 mana in play, float all of my mana, upheaval, play my land for turn, play Glinting Creeper for the full amount, say go. That's gonna be the dream, okay? That's what we're looking for. That's the goal for this draft. Wizard Cyclone is just a funny thing. Is this a wizard? It's a druid. How much are Ursa Saga? They're like 8 tickets or something, I think. Iromiva, that's really funny. Let me see if I can find the... Okay, what is this? 5 mana, 3/3 renown 2. When one number percent card put on this, exile up to one target non-permanent until this leaves the battlefield. The thing is that the rest doesn't really do anything for me. Free rare. Scroll your to your hand, tap up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap turn. Yeah, I don't think I like that. Am I playing this? Probably not. Am I playing this? Probably not. Still life, you get into life. Probably not playing that. I am playing this though. It's like if it's an artifact with a target creature. Alright. I'm not even gonna build the deck right now, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm obviously gonna talk about the deck. I'm gonna record the deck building for later, but yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you for the next one. Well, I guess priorities changed, so let's see if we can now build this deck and figure out. Okay, so we have like 7 million themes going on here. I think that the stronger theme is probably our domain theme. So maybe this is what I want to focus on, like how can I have our ramp as the priority. So I think I want this kind of stuff. I think that the Enchantress presence may just not be worth it. Like we have 2 enchantments. Nah, just not doesn't do it. Also, I don't think it would be that great even. Is this thing good? When there's a battlefield, you create a 1/1 squirrel, or whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you may pay 1 and you return this. So you start spitting out squirrels. Okay. So what I'm thinking right now is that the squirrels kind of work well with this sword. So that's nice. Do we have anything to blink with a sword? Not really. No, not really. This is the opposite of being good with with the blinking. These two, I guess, are only payoffs for blinking. Seems fine. I mean, I guess that, yeah, okay. Like this guy kind of works well with the Squirrel Sanctuary. Sure, sure. Okay. This works with +1/+1 counters. I'm thinking whether I want this card or not. The Delirium theme seems like it may not make it for us. This is something, an artifact that goes to the graveyard. Seems 5 mana, deal 3 damage. Seems rough. Beginning of combat of your turn. Target creature you control gets +2/+0. For mana 4/3 echo, you sack an artifact with some kind of target creature. Actually, like we got some sick combos with this thing. Like Tireless Provisioner, making artifact tokens. we sack them, we can put counters, and then we get... Okay. Maybe it's a little bit too cute. 4 mana, 4/4. It doesn't seem easy to build this deck. Oh, these also put 10% counters. Yeah, okay, so I guess I do like the Hurt Bailoff. Like, that seems fine. This guy just seems so mediocre. We still need to cut 3 cards? Jeez. Deck too good? Deck is too good. This is nice that it triggers even if I get it the value here. So if I put the counter here, this is going to Fiend Hunt or something, which is very nice. Evo, Mental Journey. This is probably the worst card in my deck. Well, is it though? Maybe I just wonder is the worst card in my deck. I guess we could just look at removal then. $15 creatures. It's really hard. I'm on Strixhaven drafting deck building mode where like 15 creatures is very often just way too many. So now I need to think like, wait, do I actually want this many creatures? Like, this seems like the worst removal. And it's great. And it seems really good removal. But my other removal spells are just better. I have so much fixing, this is great. Building this mana base is gonna be something. I could also not main deck the Upheaval and just sideboard it. This card is just way too strong. There's no way I don't play this. There's no way I don't play this. Oh man, building this deck is a nightmare. Still gotta cut 2 cards? Damn it. This is certainly wrong. There's no way that cutting that is correct, but like, I still have to cut 1 more card. I think I have to cut a creature. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with that. Color. So white, we have 3 cards. Green is far and away what we have the most pips of. Blue is the second one, and then red. And black, we have exactly 1 card. We could just cut that. It seems almost free to play though. So I guess we look at this mana base, we have 1, 2, 3 green sources, 3. Let's add some forests and let's see how this looks like. So 3, this is 8 green sources. Probably I would like 1 more. So 9 green sources, and that should enable everything else. 9 green sources. No swamps. No swamps, because I also have Rift Sower. And I have Tireless Provisioner to fix my mana. So no swamps, and we're just fixing up of the Darkmost Bridge and the Draws Forward Bridge. I could just cut this card. I could just cut this card altogether, but this is like the only good thing that I have to blink with swords. So 1 plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 plains. 2 islands. It's 5 blue sources. 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains, 5 mountains. This deck is a pile. I love it. This deck is an absolute pile, and I love every little bit of it. All right, I'll see you for round number 1. Welcome to round number 1. Not the best mana situation I've ever seen. This is the best mana situation I've ever seen. Keep. Send that basic. Yavimaya, let's go. Suspend this bad boy. All right. It's funny how suspend brings back the dude with haste. So like we could actually tap this thing for mana if we wanted to. 1, 2, 3. It's not looking great, but it's fine. We're gonna get to draw 3 a couple of turns from now. Would be awesome if we like draw anything. That counts. This is an instant, right? Crazy. Target creature number of lands. Told you this deck's mana was perfect. Told you. So my opponent has some affinity synergies going on. You know what's good against affinity synergies? We're gonna need to set up some sort of an end game though. Why? Kind of messed that up, huh? Let's get an island. We have double red. Let's get actually a red source. We may need triple red. I guess we do have triple red. Never mind. Herd Bailoff. Hmm. So I could upheaval here, but it doesn't really get me anywhere, and my opponent can get back in to where they are on 3 turns. I think we need to get more value from upheaval. So let's attack that. Next turn we can probably draw 3. Yeah, I've seen good affinity stuff over there. So this triggers of your second, third, fourth spell. It's quite strong actually. You can like play this and then play something else. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's so awkward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I have 8 mana this turn if I want to. Yeah, this is not the best upheaval of all time, but I may need to just like desperation upheaval actually. Yeah, I don't love this, but the fact that we got rid of this is kind of a big deal. Now we're gonna be able to play one of our lands, suspend our dude, play this land, say go, discard that. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad for sure. I just don't have enough stuff, you know? I just don't have enough business. Like I would love to draw the 2-mana removal, for example. We get to kill this, my opponent gets a little bit on the back foot. Or, I mean, more so that we get on the front foot rather than my opponent being on the back foot. If we find like a removal spell or two, we're going to be in business. An interesting spot. My opponent was like a little bit going too wide for me to not do anything about it. I feel like I had to fire off that upheaval there. Yeah, those don't help. Those do not help. So now we're gonna get Rift Sower. We get to play our Ghostlit Drifter and the tap land. Card's pretty legit, actually. Oh, come on, come on, come on. You're killing me here, deck. You're killing me. Discuss this. So we're gonna take one, I guess. Can block the mirror. So I guess I should have played this thing. I guess it doesn't matter. I have the guy to give me black mana. Take one. Then we can play the Herd Baloth. Next turn we get to draw two. That's scary though. The Thopter. Just need some removal. Heyo. Well, that's it's probably a good idea, huh? Yeah, I guess if my opponent attacks, I'm just gonna trade here, and they can't save it with the mirror even. Yeah, this was exactly what I needed. Blacksmith skill. Hexproof indestructible. +2/+2. That's a lot of stuff. Oh my god. Holy crap. That is powerful. Like, I'm literally putting this in here because I can't put it anywhere else. It's gonna give me a 4/4 at least for my troubles. You may create a 4/4. Yeah, I would like to not create a 4/4, please. We have to race because that thing is gonna kill me. In fact, I may be dead. Steals 1 damage to any target, so they put a counter. They sack this. Well, I guess they're just gonna put a counter here. Yeah, they may just have lethal here. That's insane. They sack this, put a counter here, sack this, put a counter here. That is 5 damage, 8, 9, sack this. Yeah, this thing's just gonna kill me this turn. Or the next turn. That's kind of ridiculous. The problem is I couldn't really throw this in here because my opponent just sacks it in response. And then I'm still in the same spot. And I don't even get my counters. So I don't get my free 4/4. Wow. I thought we were fine, and then this guy came down, and it's just like, well, how the turns have tabled, I guess, as the meme says. Just gonna die with this mental journey in hand. I could never cast. Okay. 5, 4, that's 9, 11. Yeah, we need the removal. If we find the removal, the red removal, the 2 mana converge removal, I think we have a shot here. Wow. Yikes. Yep. Brutal. Wow. Yeah. If we had found this card, maybe we had a shot, because then what we could do is we could attempt to kill this. My opponent's going to sack some stuff to save it. Then we can flash it back, and hopefully my opponent does not have enough business to sacrifice to this Slack Strider. But yeah. All right, Affinity. Do we have anything? Huh. We kind of have more activate abilities than our opponents almost. We're gonna have good use for the extra removal here. Yeah, particularly Unholy Heat sounds great. Maybe we can just cut the sword. Seems like we're gonna be the ones playing defense more often than not. And then we can close the game with one of our big dudes. I mean, in reality, hopefully we don't flood, you know? That is the goal here. I'm gonna keep this hand. Now the question is, would I rather just play turn 2 this guy and then just set myself behind for the rest of the game? I think I'd rather just lead on the dual lands. which is really awkward, but it's the cost of our perfect mana base. Our absolutely perfect mana base. My opponent's deck's pretty good. I like it. Affinity seems quite strong in this format. Affinity looks quite strong here. Putting like a professional restarting Moto. What a boss. What a boss. Under control, you investigate. This is a combo, by the way. Opponent, you there? This can sacrifice. Look at all the combos. This can sacrifice the clues that we draw. Good stuff. It says that they have joined the game, but would you care to join the game, opponent? Would you care to join the game, please? All right, here we go. Opponent moves to 6, and we are on the play. Wow, that's super interesting. That is super interesting. I think I'm gonna cycle to find a land. I'm gonna find second island. And that just fixes our curve. I guess I'm gonna find second green. Second green seems better. We can play the Cryptozoologist now. Then we can Extruder. Oh wow. Well, that's a lot better. That is so much better. Create a clue. Now I guess we create a treasure token. That's insane. That was such a good top deck. Wow. That's an insane top deck. Now we can exile anything whenever we want if we set up the combo. Sure. Opponent doesn't have good attacks. I guess I might as well save. Let's make another treasure. Make some little squirrels. Holy crap, this is an opener. This is an opener. Whew. And then we get to extruder with like 6 artifacts in play. My opponent can't do anything about anything. Kill my dude? Sure. Like, I feel like killing either one of these would be a lot better than killing that one. Maybe I'm wrong. Free 4/4 sounds good. Here's another treasure. Here's a clue. And I think I'm just gonna play this guy right now. Just to make my opponent's blocks impossible. Target opponent reveals the top of the card of the library. You may put a non-land permanent with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield under your control. The player puts the rest on the bottom of the library random order. So I can either draw a bunch of cards or sack this to make +1/+1 counters, or I can take cards from the top of my deck if I get lucky. That doesn't sound like too exciting of an ability, honestly. And it's not like I get everything, right? Particularly against Affinity when my opponent's stuff is going to cost like 7, you know? Cast with 4 colors, X equals 3. So I'm going to sacrifice to buff. I think I'm just going to sack everything, or at least most stuff. So when I buff this, buff, making it 2/4 sounds good. I'm gonna leave the clue and I'm gonna sack this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play this and I can crack the clue. So Wonder is kind of nice. Very nice. Just get a Wonder in play. That's another clue. We don't have a mountain, so we can't cast this Mind Collapse for free. Sure, that's fine. That's pretty good. But we don't have to cast that yet. So we can just crack a clue, find a land, awesome. Make another treasure. Play this thing, another clue. leap back Wonder to block, and my opponent cannot attack. Like if they kill my Wonder, we just kill them in the air. In fact, it may get to a point where I kill the Wonder myself to get it in the graveyard, and then we just swing in the air for one swing lethal. That's really funny. That's really funny. Oh, never mind. They have the equipped creeper. Just right click attack all. Okay. Sure. Okay. There's the +2/+2 trick, so definitely gonna block that there. We can block that here, because if that dies, I don't care. And we can block these here. Fine with this trade. We take 6. And then we can use Lagak to bring this back to Earth. Let's see what trick you got. Is there like a pump team? Sure. That seems fine. Okay. So now everything flies. I'm gonna make a food here, I think. Five. So they have to sack this if they want to block. So this is 10 damage. Plus 2. And now everything they equip with the Bad Batter's Call, we can just blow up with Mind Collapse. Bad Turskal. Deals 5 damage. And that's lethal? Well, I guess no, actually. Cracked clue first. Oh yeah, this is lethal. Can do this at instant speed. Let's go. Let's go. Got him. Pew. That was sick. All right. Okay. Opponent's deck's pretty strong. I think this is fine. Starting to wonder whether upheaval is even good. If I should just try to use spot removal to get around their stuff. This card is no joke though. I mean, the biggest game was the Tireless Provisioner though. Like the fact that we had both of this going together was kind of insane there. Game 3. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's gonna be a 5-mana 10/10. Pretty good. That would have been a great turn to be able to kill this, but can't do that unfortunately. Gonna get a second island here, so we get everything else. Our Provisioner is actually pretty cool here. So we get to do this, make a treasure. I guess that we want to kill this thing. This is our only removal spell though. But this thing can only get worse for us. 4/4 is bad though. We can play our own 4/4 next turn. Worst case, we can chomp. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. white, green, blue, red. It's an 8/8. All of the stuff that I saw was damaged based. All of the removal that I saw was damage based. So actually that's not true. I saw the exile thing, and because of my own Yavimaya, my opponent would be able to play the exile for 5 mana and kill the Glinting Creeper, which is brutal. Oh no. No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. No, okay. What is this? 5 mana, when it enters the battlefield, return target permanent with mana from you gave it to your hand. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, it's pretty good. I really want to cast this thing, but just don't think we have the time just yet. We have to keep playing to the board. So if they play a second one, they get to put a counter on the Arcbound tracker. It's pretty gross. Feels awfully free, honestly. I really need one more land. Okay, yeah, we have to kill that pronto. Oh, damn it. Ugh. This is so awkward. Because what I was thinking is I want to set up a scenario where I can play this and immediately cycle. We're 1 mana short for everything. Like this Terramorph is just laughing in my face. Oh, this puts it untapped. Oh, that's a big deal. This puts the land untapped. Ah, so that allows me to double spell here. And then we get to do the thing next turn. Okay. Oh man, if I had noticed that earlier. I assumed this was like Search for Tomorrow. We may be dead here. It's possible that my opponent can set up, thanks to this, they can set up a situation where they sack this, put a bunch of counters here, take 7, 8 from the ping, 9, 10, 11. It's not lethal, but it's awfully close. Okay, that is potentially lethal. That's really, really good. No attacks is big. No attacks is big. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can start spitting out 4/4s now. Can turn every clue into a 4/4. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I don't have good attacks, but now I guess neither has my opponent. So neither of us has good attacks. Modulars counters only go to artifact creatures. Just right click attack hole. Okay, so suck land. Suck land. And now. So we have to block all of the artifact creatures. Because anyone that gets through is lethal. So I guess if they have the thing, yeah. I guess this means I can't lose. Like, math is gonna be a nightmare because of both things. Yes. All right, I guess we figure out the math. Awesome, wanna know. See you for the next round. After a very, very exciting first match, here we come for the second one. I'll keep this hand. These are both of our fixing colors, so opponent gets to the board quickly. So solid draw. So now we can go this, get the mountain into Wave Sifter. Just missing white mana, but I think that getting the second red for this is probably gonna be more important than getting the white for this. Yeah, I don't know, like evoking this thing just seems like the 3/2 flying body, like that's no joke. Seems relevant. That makes things a little bit awkward. So I guess I want the white source now. Also, I have less white sources than red sources. Yeah, so I guess I'm getting the basic planes now. I have 2 spells versus 1, right? That beast though, last game. Whew. We have not seen the Yavimaya Elder yet. Get a couple of clues. Next turn we can Ancestral if my opponent does nothing. If they're just gonna spend their turn like cracking a clue and... What is that? Sure. But they missed the land drop. Right? They missed the land drop. Like, there's no way that they should have done that. I am probably trading here. If my opponent, yeah, if they offer the trade, I'm definitely taking it. Yep, 100%. Like, I have so much card advantage. I'm ahead on mana. Kind of want to play this out, which means I'm gonna expose the 3/3, but that seems fine to me. Like if they kill this, it's not that big of a deal. And then I can lag axe this thing and like exile the Raving Visionary. This card, I mean, I guess it is an enabler. It is a madness enabler, so like this seems fine, but seems a little bit lackluster. Like at uncommon, it's weird for it to be an uncommon. Like this feels like it would be fine as a common. Maybe I'm undervaluing it. No blocks. Take 4. All right. And they milled Murktide Regent? Holy crap. Wow. Okay. I mean, at least we get to do something pretty strong here. So we capture that. Put a couple of counters. This gets a counter. We get to exile that thing. And then we get to attack this and kill it. Quite a strong sequence. Quite a strong sequence here. My opponents got their draft done for them, though. Their draft is good to go. Yeah, Maya went from being like 12 tickets to now being like 150 or something like that, because I guess that the bot's kind of fixed for the fact that like everybody was like, this is just a rare and everybody was exactly one copy of this card. so this card is super expensive now, and this card is fairly expensive too, but we kind of wasted a capture by the Lagax on the insect token, but at the same time, it's just we effectively traded this for my opponent's planeswalker, so seems like a fine deal to me. So now we're gonna get to draw 3. We still have two clues that are uncracked. Flying haste. Opponent doesn't really have good attacks. We do, because this becomes smaller. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's draw 3. And we get to crack another clue. Next turn we gain pro green and pro white, which is irrelevant. Which is completely irrelevant here, but it's cool though. We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can actually hurt the Bailoff plus capture by the Lagax though. Never a token enters the battlefield. Tap tag and non-permanent. It doesn't untap during its control next untap. Okay, that's actually pretty strong. We're gonna have to kill that thing. Good thing is that we have a removal. Our ramp spell was a removal spell a couple of turns ago, which is pretty good. Crack clue. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Three, 1, 2, 3. Start things there. This card seems ridiculously strong. I am super impressed by that card. Sort it up. Fairly sure there are no unsummon effects for just a single mana. Too bad that I don't have any ETB. Oh no, I do have an ETB. Wow. If this had actually hit. Oh, it only exiles creatures? Oh, this word sucks. I thought it exiled permanents and I could have exiled the capture by the Lagax and I could put it on the imp instead and get more counters. That would have been sick. That would have been so sick. I am sad now. I think it blocks, it doesn't matter. Opponents in desperation mode. Sure. Another enabler for their madness synergies. Three, 4, 5. Counter there, counter there. Oh, that's fine. I can put a counter here because this has pro white. That's really funny. Yes, I would like a 3/4/4, please. Sadness. Absolute sadness. No value at all. Oh, wow. This triggers every time I put a +1/+1 counter? What? Say what? Also, the land enters untapped. There's so many things that I assumed would happen one way, and they then just ended up happening in a different way. So unless my opponent has upheaval or something like that, sure. So they get to kill this thing, I guess. It's not bad, like it's a start. They get back their merfolk. Create a food. Get a little bit of a cushion. This does not seem good in my opponent's deck, if I have to be honest. They are 22 cards into their deck, and they have showed me exactly one sorcery. Yeah. Opponent has given up. Well, we're not really drawing anything for a minute, but we didn't really need that much in order to get to the thing. And that was really exciting. That was really, really exciting. Two creatures with power 2 or less, or target creature with an additional +1/+1 counter. So I'm starting to think that this card is just bad in my deck. Like, obviously Wonder it's a lot better than this, but the main reason why I had this creature was because of the sword. I mean, the sword gets lands, but like the fact that you can't even exile your own stuff. We have two ways of getting value with the sword. That's it. Exactly two ways to get value. It is very, very possible that I'm just misbuilding my deck. Also, it's really, really possible that I am undervaluing both of these removal spells, particularly this one. I think I'm gonna go with the same here. Game 2. Let's see what you got, Steve Horrell. You got 2 draw steps to find some lands. Okay. Probably gonna sandbag this extruder here. I'm not gonna play it for a while. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna evoke this right now. I think I need to minimize the chances that I miss my land drop next turn. And if I need to just crack this clue in order to hit that land drop, so be it. cast that guy. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Just gonna cast a 4/4 here. Get onto the board. And this card is just fine value. 4 mana 4/4 trample. And both of the abilities are kind of super relevant. Reinforce was huge in the previous match. Just as a combat trick. Like, the fact that you can do this at instant speed is just such a big deal. And counterable combat trick. Those tend to be quite good. So my best draw would be, I guess, a land. And if it's not a land, then something like a Yavimaya Elder. Yavimaya Elder would be really nice. It would just straight up fix all my mana problems. This card is proving to be extremely strong, by the way. Every time I went with turn 1 to spend this guy, it's been amazing. It is basically Search for Tomorrow. Opponent deep in the tank. Way deep in the tank. I assume that they may have like a bunch of like discard tricks going on right now. Crack Clue, lay land. Just pass the turn. I'm gonna crack the clue on end step. Maybe I should have attacked there. Am I taking this trade? I think I am. I think I am taking this trade. Now my opponent's mana seems greedy. Like really greedy. Crack Clue. Interesting. I think I am going to play this guy. So good. So good. So good. Draw 2, discard a card. You gain life equal to the number of cards you've discarded this turn. Sure. Just an enabler? So expensive for being an enabler. It's not even card advantage, it just replaces itself. Okay. You can attack. don't think there's any spell that kills the Rifts over here. There is a spell that kills this. There's like a 1 mana red shock. But I'm gonna go for it, like, just gonna get some value. It's probably game. Four cards for opponent. But then we're gonna get to draw draw 3. Seems pretty good. They go for basic land cycling. Yep, that's what I was saying earlier. About how my opponent's mana is just probably a little bit too much. I wouldn't be surprised if they do have the Mark something regen in hand right now. They just can't do anything with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of sick, actually. Now we get to exile the cookbook. We can we can start looping +1/+1 counters. That's hilarious. I'm gonna go for this because it forces the hand. They probably have the removal, the madness removal spell. Oh, it's this guy. I think this is just instant or sorcery back from your graveyard to hand. Yeah, okay. It's a 3/3. Just gonna trade with my little squirrel. Get in there, squirrel. Opponent unsurprisingly takes the trade. They do have a lot of madness cards. I'm wondering whether they're just trying maybe just a little bit too hard. Also, these matches are not short. I guess that it's probably in big part because of my opponents, not because of me. Considering that I was ahead on clock in the previous match, and I'm severely ahead on clock in this match too. Opponent. We have another one of those. Yeah, my opponent's deck just seems to be a little bit too over the place, unfortunately for them. Unlike our very, very focused and efficient deck. Which is obviously super clean. Unlike our super, super clean deck. Six. So we're gonna tap a couple of creatures here. Seems perfectly fine for me. Sure. Oh, I should attack with this. I forgot that I already was going to play my land. Should attack with that. Seven to scavenge. I just don't want to play this thing. I think I'd just rather draw. I guess if I was gonna draw, I should have drawn main phase. Because if I find any TV tap land, I can just get it out of the way. So that was probably a slight misstep there. Probably not a big deal. What do you got, opponent? How are you gonna get back into this game? That's a start. Now they need some token producers. May I draw 3? Thank you. Those were not good 3s, but oh. Okay. I mean, this kind of sucks. Oh, this deals to any target. This card is insane. This thing deals damage to any target? That's so sick. Blue, white, black. Let's see if they have a way to save this. They have 2 cards in hand, and I have not seen anything that can save that thing in the previous game. Then we can play a tap land, we can move the sword to the other squirrel. Could attack with these 2, but there's no need to get it involved in combat when my opponent has open mana. Although I guess it's better to do that because otherwise, like, my opponent gets to use the removal spell now and they fizzle my search for a land trigger. Or they take the extra damage. Both of which are acceptable outcomes. It's gonna play the tap land so that I can activate the Drakekeeper next turn. And we can very, very much lethal them. Even through all the silly food that they're eating. Is this deck just sick? Okay, so they're gonna play their big dude. It's a good start. That is the way of getting back into this game. They're gonna play the blue Hogak. Blue Gak. many things that we can draw here. We have some various removal spells. Wow. All right. I mean that stabilizes all right. That stabilizes a little bit. Well, about that stabilizing thing. About that stabilizing thing. I'm at 16, so the likelihood of me dying here is probably pretty low. Oh, this is actually just insane, right? Put a counter here by sacking this, and we exile the Marktide Regent. Like, this is just ridiculous. Wow. That's game. That is what the kids call game. Yep. F-Publish wins the match. See you for the last round. Here we are for round number 3, the finals of this draft. Gonna keep this hand, bunch of good removal. Playing against the Pistol, who's actually somebody who hangs out in my chat fairly often. So how's it going, Fizzle? In fact, the other day they lent me something that I needed in some cards for one of my streams, which was very kind of them. That is really scary. That is extremely scary. And our mana is not cooperating. Our mana is very much not cooperating. So it seems like they're playing mono red. Would love to find a blue source. Blue red, okay. Probably some aggressive deck. Yikes. Yikes. Blue? Red? For what? All I can tell you is that my deck is gonna look very different for games 2 and 3. Factory beatdowns. So I guess if I find a white source, I will have enough mana to kill this. After I have taken 7. That's so much damage. Ugh. I can even suit up this Wonder with the sword, but it's just not gonna be enough. Like, this is way too much mana. Okay, so that's actually pretty great. So I can go Tireless Provisioner. Can play my land. We make a Treasure. Treasure token. And then we're gonna capture this. And then we're gonna get to put 1 counter here. They have a counter spell for this. Yeah, if they have a counter spell for this, we're just super dead. All right, bring in those removal spells. I think I'll probably be even bringing in this Lightning Sphere. The Upheaval can go. Can add another mountain. So if I cut the Drakekeeper, I guess I can just cut the sword and cut the Drakekeeper. And by doing this, I can add another basic mountain, so I can have access to my removal by cutting the black source here. So we're just playing green-red-ish control. Keep. This is a strong hand. First time I've ever seen this Yavimaya Elder in this entire league. First time I've actually seen this card in my hand. Gross. I mean, I guess it's not gross. That's just a bad exchange for them, honestly. I guess unless they have a way to bring this back from the graveyard. But they just 2-for-1 themselves to Thoughtseize me? Now what are they gonna take? Probably take the Elder? And that's fine, like I just cast this thing? That does not seem like a good deal. Still a lot of money though, so good for them. So this guy's coming next turn. Yep, go with ATB tap land. All right, so opponent's tapping out. So that probably means that I'm going to cast Elder here. I guess let's just draw a card. So play this. Go get a basic forest. And then next turn we can play Elder. And we can even sack it if we want. Yeah, that's fine. That Gargadon is hella scary though. Okay, this this game, my opponent's deck is not as explosive as the first time around. I am flooding a little bit. However. I think I'm going to crack this Elder. To dig a little bit deeper. Sure. So I guess we're gonna have to blow that up. Mountain. Just get mountain. Then we draw a card. That's really good. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna play Wave Sifter and crack one of these clues. I'm probably taking the trade here with the Crypt Keeper. My opponent can exile my removal spell, but if they do, they don't trade with my Wave Sifter, and if they don't take the trade, yeah, okay. So they just got a 0 for 1. Because I got my land out of the deal. 6/6 trample. Please tell me this targets any land. Boop. Feels good, man. Feels good. We also have the Kaleidoscorch, so now we're gonna be able to kill the Gargadon. We're taking 7. That's no joke. That's no joke. But if my opponent plays another 2-power creature, we get a nice little deal. Four mana. Sure. Mental Journey. Okay, so that's our end game. If opponent takes the trade, now we get to do this thing. Yes, we 2-for-1 ourselves, but seems definitely worth it. Black, white, blue, green, red. I am very, very impressed by this card. Very, very impressed by this card. Oh, did I just... Whoops. I guess I could have suspended this. I was thinking about I don't have enough mana to hardcast it, but I could have just suspended it. Just brain fart. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We are at a safe-ish life total. Full-on Grixis. Ha, that explains why they took the trade with this. That sucks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess like it's just too much damage otherwise. It's just way too much damage. It really sucks that I kind of have to throw that in the garbage, but like I feel like I'm stabilized, right? Like I have 5 cards and I have much more mana and much more board presence than my opponent. I have more cards than they do. I also have access to a couple of combos coming up, so I just have to make sure that I don't do something stupid. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, mono removal.deck is looking good. Now that I know my opponent is actually Grixis. So with that new information, is there anything that I want to change? Not really. I think we're still going to be doing the same thing. Yeah, I think I'm keeping this. On the back of Rift Sower. That's a pretty good draw. So even if the Rift Sower doesn't survive, we still have access. Gargadon. Got that covered. We can even beat down actually with the Rift Sower. Get it back, play this, and it's pretty neat. Cast this. Play land. Play spear. Oops. Equip 1. Swing for 3. Still got a couple of turns before that Gargadon shows up and ruins my day. The more that my opponent shows me their deck, the worse and worse than the grief feels. Double black seems really hard, and they seem to be very, very strongly blue-red with a very light black splash, so the grief seems definitely not worth it. So let's scorch that thing. And would I rather have the 4/4 or would I rather just make this into a 4/5? I think I'd rather have the 4/4, so just gonna chill here. Send again. Because I could have played one of my other lands and I could just, you know, reinforced this thing, but seems like the body is gonna be more relevant. We cannot cast this for 5 just yet. Swing first. Cast this. Even if they have the mana leak, that's still fine for me, I think. Yep. I guess I should have done that first, huh? I mean, there's 2 ways to go about it, right? Like, 'cause one of the ways to go about it is we want to attack first, so if my opponent blocks and uses a combat trick or some sort of removal spell, what we can do is we can just discard this guy. But on the other hand, like, we knew about the loose focus. The thing is that because of the replicate, we could not play around this thing. So I guess that seems fine to me. And now we got the loose focus out of their hand, so we can use Mind Collapse to blow this up. Which may have been a reason to play out the mountain, by the way. I honestly did not think about that. I forgot that this has an alternate casting cost. If they have Grief here, that's... Okay, now we may actually just lose. We may just lose because of that stupid mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. That was really bad. That was very, very, very bad. White, black. No, that's fine. Green, blue, red, white, black. Am I trading with the factory? This does only as a sorcery. We can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can make this into a 7/6. That was such a big mistake. That was such a big mistake. Just playing out the mountain would have made this so much better for me. Brutal. Sure. I can make a clue. We have the 4/3, so I think it's fine, and we can make it food. We can make it food. We're gonna have to use this turn to get this thing back, though. We're gonna make food here, and So we're putting a counter there. This is close. Remember, we can still sack this to kill the grief. If we need to, like if it seems like the... But yeah, Rift Sower should now be stopping all of my opponent's attacks, unless they have some way to answer this. Okay. This doesn't fly though. Sure. Okay. Okay, so they're just trading that straight up. To kill the Tireless Provisioner, probably? They go face. Oh, they're trying to get Delirium going. Weird attack. So block there and block there. Actually, let's do the opposite. Because this means that if they sack to exile, my dude doesn't die. I think that they forgot that I have the food and that I can just Lightning Spear if I need to. On a one we go. One, two, three. Gonna crack the food right now. And then I'm gonna pass the turn. This makes it so my opponent can't attack because of the factory. And once they set up their attacks, I can just crack this. I guess that I can even just double block. This is the last card in hand. Let's see what it is. 7 mana is a lot of mana though. I'm scared. Sure. There goes the grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast this thing. We got a 5/7 to trade with their big dude. And we can crack a couple of clues if we need to. This is close. This is super, super close. If my opponent finds a removal spell, I am in really bad shape. So I cannot afford for them to find the removals. They found the land. Okay. That's huge. That's obviously huge because now we get to potentially start pulling ahead. Not like that. Not like that. Find some lands. Okay. 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 White, black, blue, red, green. If they kill this, they attack with both. If I attack with this one, I trade. It doesn't seem worth it to attack with the Wave Sifter. I mean, we drew a bunch of cards, but we kind of whiffed, honestly. We kind of whiffed. The Glinting Creeper was a good one. Please don't have a hard removal spell. Yikes. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed for it not to be. 5. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so now my opponent's gonna have to attack. Because we're presenting lethal next turn. Please don't draw an answer for my 5/7. Oof. Dodged. Dodged. They don't attack. I'm not missing anything, right? We give this flying. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Flying, flying. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we didn't miss anything. 0 cards in hand. Just make sure there's nothing in the graveyard that I'm missing. Yep. Flying to that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. Boom! Got there. Not only did we get the Yavimaya, which was obviously the whole point of doing this draft. Not only did we get the Yavimaya, we also rare drafted a Dothy Voidwalker, and we got the 3-0. That's like the ultimate. That's the ultimate dream right there. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. This format looks pretty good. This card is not messing around. This card is really not messing around. I'm a big fan. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one, folks. Take care. Bye bye.